Afternoon, guys. It is literally, it's 12:30 and I have been in my office working all morning. I mean, I told you guys I'm a geek because the second I get up, I like stumble into my office, check my BlackBerry, check my email, brew coffee, and then I go. But I have been in there working all morning, which is cool. It's all good because I told you guys I'm just so excited about what I'm working on. But I get so, and especially the past 2 weeks with everything that's been going on with my work and job situation and all this, I've just been so absorbed that I get in there and I look up and it's 12:30 or 3 and, you know, clearly I like food. I've told you guys about that. But I look up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't eaten lunch. Let me tell you, that's rare. So anyway, I've been literally working in there all morning. I've just finished like my 3rd teleseminar. But it's all good. This is all stuff, self-study. You have to learn it this way. There's no school for a lot of the social media strategy that I'm really studying right now. But it's just so exciting. So I can't shut up about it. So I will shut up. Last night, though, I had the distinct pleasure of dealing with my neighbors again. And for those of you that have been reading my blog for a while, you realize that they are the bane of my existence. I live in a beautiful home, and I love this house. It's like God picked this house out for me. I mean, all last summer, right after my divorce was final, literally all summer in the best buyer's market in the world, I was looking around, and God bless you, Miranda, for taking me to all these houses, but I bid on so many houses, and the deals would fall through for whatever reason, whether it was an inspection or who knows, you know, job change, da-da-da-da. But anyway, I finally found this house, and I remember I wasn't even going to look at this area. I'm like, who lives there? And I came in, and it was like, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. You get the point. Little did I know that I was moving above Satan, okay? I live above 2 of the most ignorant people I have ever encountered in my life. And I preach about being positive and forgiving and letting go. And I'm telling you, this is the biggest challenge in the world because these 2 freaks and their yippy little dog that they have refused to train, I've realized I've got to stop getting mad at the dog. Even though I want to punt him into oblivion every time he yips and barks and yelps and won't shut up, it's the owners. Because, like I've told you guys before, the people that are, 2 condos over, they have the exact same kind of dog, and guess what? He doesn't bark all the time. So there's a guy and his wife that live down there, and it's mostly the wife, because when he's home and the dog starts, all that kind of stuff, I'll hear him actually finally tell an idiot to shut up. But again, they don't invest in a collar, they haven't tried to train him, they just let the dog bark all the time. Just to give you a quick background, when I first moved in here, this went on for the first 3 months of just constant, they would leave the dog at home, and 8 hours of barking. And God strike me dead if I'm lying, that dog would bark for 8 hours, nonstop. And they'd be gone, so nothing could make it stop. I would be in here on a Saturday. Saturdays are my day that I like to try to chill out and hang out and get some downtime sometimes. And I literally had to turn my TV up so loud, and it still wouldn't drown out the sound of that dog barking. So then we had to involve the police, we had to involve the association, and I wrote them a 2-page letter, begging them, saying, do you understand what it is like for me to live above you? That I have to tiptoe around my own home so that your dog doesn't hear me and start barking. That every time I walk down my stairs and he hears the stairs creak, he starts barking. It's just, and then every time they go in and out of their house, they have one of those ADT security systems that announces the door opening and closing in that robotic voice. So, all these things wake me up all the time. I rarely can get through the night of sleeping because these people are so ignorant and loud. And their kitchen, this is the first time I've lived in a condo that's 1 story. Most of the times I've lived in a townhouse that's 2 stories. So I've never had to deal with this, and never again, ever again. But their kitchen is right below here, my family room. And I'm telling you, this woman, I think she bowls in her kitchen. It's as if she is taking like a pot and a pan and just, I don't even know how you could possibly make so much noise in a kitchen. Last night, it's 11:30 at night, and that douchebag is down there, and I stand at the top of the stairs and I'm like, what could you possibly be doing to make that much noise in your kitchen? Are you taking pans and throwing them up against the wall? And then of course it's 11:30. Guys, I'm literally beside myself. And you might say, well, why don't you go knock on the door? Okay, if I go down there now and knock on the door, ring the doorbell, they won't answer. So they don't respond to a letter. When I wrote them that letter and I entreated them to do something, and how much they have ruined my life, because I can't even enjoy being in my own home. Because half the time, every single day, when he goes to work, he wakes me up, because every time he goes in and out of his door, it's the robotic ADT thing announcing it, and then he slams the door, and then the dog is barking half the time. It is a nightmare. It is absolutely a nightmare. And now on top of it, this woman spends all of her time in the kitchen bowling. I have no idea. It's like an alien gave birth in the kitchen, and it's like Ghostbusters. Seriously. So what I have decided to do is take out my free weights and drop it on the floor when they're in the kitchen banging around like that. We'll see if they like that. That's pretty much taking the low road, but I'm beside myself. I don't even know what to do. I'm a prisoner in my own home. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. I'm interested in both legal and illegal things at this point. Just kidding. If any of you are a cop, I'm just kidding. So anyway, I had a rough night, and I just thought I'd share that with you guys. So I'm sitting here eating my turkey meatballs and sauce and my broccoli, and feeling good about the future. I have major muscle soreness today, and I love it. I love it. I'm sore. I'm sore everywhere. And you know, that's what happens when you haven't worked out in a week or more, which it was more. When you get back, and I knew it, I could feel it. Everything was harder. And I'm like, this is going to be so sore, but it's so good. Because then you just get it back in your system. You're ready to go. So, being that I'm this sore today, I have a feeling I'm probably going to copy Jackie and go for like a really long, fast, brisk walk outside. Depends, because I think it's like 22 degrees out, but I have to check. Might be a little warmer today. But anyway, I'm feeling good. I am raring to go. I had really a great turnaround week last week with a lot of the business things I'm working on, and just some conversations with some great people, and a lot of things that are going to continue next week. And I'm just so excited. I'm so excited to be involved with so many of these different opportunities and organizations and individuals that I can help, and because I really do. I really like being able to show people how to build their business, and the improvements that I can help them make, either from a sales perspective or kind of PR, or social media strategy, what have you. I really do. I really enjoy that. So anyway, I am going to get some cardio in this afternoon. Like I said, probably a little bit easier today. I gotta branch myself back into working out after being sick. But I'm so excited. It felt so good. Felt so good. And that's it. I'll probably vlog a little bit later, and I apologize. I've had several of you scold me this week, like, you didn't vlog that day, and then the other one was late, and I'm sorry. I've got to get back into the habit of doing it in the morning, because it takes so long to upload. But Jackie, I need to ask you, because you said that you're using Blip, but I wonder if the uploads are the same. Because anyway, like I'm shooting this now at 12:30. By the time it gets uploaded and is ready to go, it'll probably be 3:30 or 4. We'll have to time that and see. So anyway, this is end of part 1. I'm going to give you a part 2 because a couple of you had asked some questions. So hold on.